As of the release of this video, I've been working at Walmart for a few weeks now, and while that may sound like a really short time, which it honestly is, the COVID-19 pandemic has completely shifted how we shop and how we interact. And as a result, I've come to find that I still have a lot to learn about how customer service works now, post-pandemic, and just as well I've learned a lot about how people want to shop and how people want to be treated during this pandemic. Someday I might share my entire experience working at Walmart during COVID, but today I want to make a video directly to everyone who shops at Walmart. From someone who does maintenance at Walmart to you, the consumer, here's 5 shopping tips from a Walmart employee during COVID-19. Now before we get started, to explain my position a little bit, I work maintenance at Walmart, which is basically just a fancy term for a janitor. Now my job is pretty simple. I clean the carts, clean the windows, clean the shelves, clean the aisles, clean the floors, pretty much just clean everything in the entire store. I do all the dirty work to make sure all the other people who work there and everybody who shops there has a clean environment to do whatever they need to do. I just want to point out that I already knew going into this job that working at Walmart is a pretty thankless job in general, especially doing basically janitorial work. So if it seems like I'm complaining, I really am not. I really do like what I'm doing, to be completely honest. It's a pretty nice job. It's pretty easy. Management doesn't really get on me too much about most things, if anything. And really, this is just the way it is. This is just what working at Walmart is like. So with that being said, let's get into number 1. Entering the store. I know this may seem like a weird entry on this list, but let me explain. Since the COVID pandemic started, many places have had to take extra precautionary measures to make sure that more people don't get infected, and to comply with CDC recommendations. As a result, Walmart specifically has altered the entrances to the store to make it easier to track how many people are in the store at once. Herein lies one of the issues we deal with. You must enter through the left side doors and exit through the right side doors, sort of like walking in England. You will not believe the amount of complaints that many people have had over this change, since you have to take extra time and extra steps to walk around the newly set up gates. And I've had many people ignore the setup and me completely. Trust me when I say that I don't like this either. I don't like having to get my temperature checked and get asked a questionnaire of about 15 questions of if I've been out of my own city and if I've been coughing before I can clock in and go to work. I don't like coming back from my break and not just being able to walk through the damn doors. But that's just the way it is, and it's the way it has to be to comply with the CDC measures. I can actually get in trouble at work if I allow everyone to ignore the new entrance setup and the social distancing rules. So please, even though I know it's annoying, just take the extra 10 seconds and few extra steps and use the new entrance setup while practicing social distancing. And for the 6 or so coworkers that completely ignored me, went the wrong way, and used the excuse of, "Oh, I work here," you should know better. Number 2, asking for help. Now I know how this might come off at first, but hear me out for a second. I work in maintenance. I have this yellow vest with reflective strips on it. Trust me when I say this. Do not ask people with this vest for help, or ask them where stuff is. Now again, hear me out for a second. I know how this sounds, but let me explain. It's not for a lack of wanting to help people. Me personally, I've volunteered at a church for 4 years, did car detailing for over a year, and worked a short stint at Goodwill before things shut down. I want to help as much as possible, and most of the other maintenance staff I work with does too. The thing is, we have no idea whatsoever where the Great Value baking powder is, or where the Lindor chocolate chip baking mix is, or where exactly Hot Wheels might be in the several places they are in the store, or even where the price scanners are. We were not trained for that. We do not know where specific items or things may be. Now me personally, I have the Walmart app on my phone, and when you set it to the current store that you're in, it actually shows you the aisle number. So usually when people ask me where certain things are, I'll try and look it up on my app and walk with them down to the aisle and all that. But usually, and in a lot of cases, it just boils down to me walking with the customer to another member of staff who knows the store better than me. And that brings me to the point of this perfectly. If you need help with something, or if you need to know where something is, or where a price scanner is, or help with a price, or just whatever, if you need help with something in customer service, ask somebody in either a blue and gray vest, or somebody in a yellow vest without any reflective strips. They specifically work in customer service. They were trained to know exactly where all the products in the store are, and where all of the utilities in the store are too. while us maintenance staff have the very basic idea of where things are. All of those guys I mentioned, the customer service managers and the actual stockers and stuff like that, they know exactly where everything is. You will get proper and accurate help way faster and way easier from any one of them versus asking me. And seriously, don't be afraid to come up and ask us where things are, or just ask for help. A lot of customers may think they're interrupting what we're doing and will get frustrated, but we will not get frustrated at all, because at the end of the day, customer service is #1 priority. We were told in training and everywhere else that part of our job is to stop what we're doing if a customer needs help. So moral of the story, don't be afraid to ask for help, just don't ask people in these vests. For number 3, let's talk about spills for a second. I dealt with a situation today that I previously thought would usually go without saying, but here we are. If you see a spill on the ground, especially if it has spill magic on it, which is basically a white powder we use to clean up spills and it dries it pretty much instantly, it's actually really cool, please, don't walk through it, or don't put your cart through it, either one. The situation I dealt with today was there was a longish trail of blood from a pack of meat. Simple enough, put some spill magic over it, wipe parts of it down to keep the aisle and part of the sales path open, and it should be that simple, right? Well, no. Dozens of customers managed to run over, step on, and generally disregard the spill magic, and as a result, dozens of long trails of spill magic popped up throughout that side of the store because so many people ran it over. This made a 5-minute job turn into a 20-minute process of finding every trail of spill magic, trying to get customers not to go through those trails, and then proceeding to clean up some of the 25 different trails of spill magic. I know this sounds a little bit nitpicky, but with there being so much extra traffic due to COVID-19, time is a little bit tight right now, to be honest. And having to clean up 25 extra messes because people ignored and went through one mess wastes time. I don't want to sound mean, but please watch out for spills. And if you see one, please don't walk through it. Contact pretty much anyone in the store about it, and it will be gone within 5 minutes given that people don't walk right through the mess. Number 4, the bathrooms. As someone who has to regularly check in on the bathrooms and clean them every day, one thing that would make not only me, but everyone on the maintenance team so happy is patience. What I mean by that is this. When we clean the bathrooms, we usually put our cart out in front of the entryway with a sign saying that it's temporarily closed for cleaning. This, however, does not stop a lot of customers from moving our carts and our signs while we're in the middle of cleaning the bathrooms so that they can use it. Now don't get me wrong, I understand needing to go right then, and if you ask me to go in, I will happily allow you to go in. But please do understand that I don't exactly want to be scrubbing toilets at any point throughout the day, but it's something that needs to be done. Not only for the safety of Walmart customers so that they don't slip or catch any kind of virus or God forbid disease because the bathrooms weren't sanitized, but also because our bathrooms get really nasty. And nobody likes a filthy, dirty public bathroom. So please, if you need to go, ask me first, or simply wait until the staff is done cleaning the bathroom so that we can just get in and get out as quick as possible. Because Lord knows we don't want to be in there either. Oh, and little side note, if you also take a massive dump in the toilet and clog the toilet, please at least try to let someone on staff know or something like that. I know it's embarrassing, but I dealt with a situation yesterday where somebody took the most massive dumps ever in the toilet and it sat there for like 40 minutes and I had to be the unfortunate guy to clean it up. Please, please, let us know when it happens so that we don't have to deal with anything like that. And finally, number 5, respect the staff. Again, I know this one sounds like a given, and to be fair, 90% of the customers I deal with on a day-to-day basis are very nice to me. But then there's the 10%. You will not believe the amount of disrespectful or downright rude comments and body language that I've received just because I'm trying to do my job. When I'm directing people at the entrance that I mentioned before, the amount of deep sighs, mean looks, and comments in the tone of, "Can you believe this?" are just shocking. It's really honestly kind of shocking. And then when I'm trying to sanitize carts with what Walmart provides us, there's been more than a few times where customers go, "Is this all you do? Is this how much you clean it? Is this all you do to clean it?" As I'm actively sanitizing and wiping down every shopping cart that comes in and gets handed out. While I'm sweeping, people being like, move and get out of my way when I've said excuse me more times than I can count. And even waiting for customers before I sweep isn't enough. Even today, I was assigned to clean every single fridge door in the store. And there are a lot of fridge doors in Walmart. As I spray down the door, this guy, a grown-ass man, not only complains that I'm in the way, even though I've been doing this for 3.5 hours at this point, and not one person has complained about that. And it's actually something I'm very conscious about. He then tries to further dirty up the thing that I'm trying to clean to waste my time. I don't ask for much, but if there's one thing I want more than anything else at this job, it's just to be able to do my job efficiently and do it without people trying to actively waste my time. Pretty much every team member at my store, myself included, just want to keep the store in good condition. We just want to keep the wheels turning, keep it running, and give the customers a great shopping experience. We want to make sure that all of the customers at our store have an easy, smooth, fast, and great shopping experience so that we have a great, fast, and easy working experience. But we can't magically do all of those things. We have to put in hours and hours of work each day to make that happen. Me personally, I have to spend hours a day bending in different weird ways to clean things and not get in the way. I have to spend more hours a day in the sun in Nevada when it's starting to reach 100 around here to grab all of the carts from the parking lot when people just don't want to put them in the cart area. Pretty much all day, every day I'm working there, I'm always on my feet, constantly walking, sometimes even running. I am exhausted a good portion of the day, but I still want nothing more than to work hard and do what I can to put the store in a good place. So please, not just for me, but literally everyone else who works at Walmart, please be kind and respectful to us. Hell, I know most of you already are, but like I said, there's always that 10%. And with that, those are 5 tips from a Walmart employee to you, the consumer. Hopefully, if we keep all of these things in mind and actually start putting them into practice and doing them, it will not only give the workers and employees of Walmart and pretty much any grocery store or any retail store out there a smoother working experience, it will give all of the customers and consumers out there a smoother shopping experience. I want this to be a two-way street for everybody. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a like, and if you're new to the channel, please make sure to subscribe to see more videos like this one when they come out. This is CL21, signing out.